Hey guys, so excited to be here today and be able to share my testimonial with you. So my name's Brooke McCormick and I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I love Plexus and I love sharing Plexus. So I'm so excited you're here. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. So I have 3 kids and I have had postpartum anxiety with all 3 of my kids. And with each one, it seemed to get progressively worse. So with my 3rd one, who's 18 months now, I decided, I had asked around, I had gotten some therapy, I'd tried many tools to help me get through my feelings of anxiousness, and some of which helped, but it was still pretty horrible. And so in order to combat that, I decided to get a prescription. So for the first 7 months of my baby's life, I was on a prescription, and it seemed to help balance out my moods and help me engage socially, which I'm a very social person, but when I was feeling anxious after my babies, I did not want to interact socially with anybody. I didn't want to leave my house. I didn't really want to get out of bed. And I didn't want to socialize with my family or friends. Sometimes I was okay with my sisters as I was comfortable with them, but for the most part, I just would get anxious if anybody came to my house and they had germs on their hands, or if anyone wanted to touch my baby or see my baby. So basically, I just wouldn't go out. I wouldn't take him to church. I wouldn't go out socially. It was very difficult for me to take those steps. It was a real inner struggle. So I got on these meds and they helped me to be able to handle things like that. But what they didn't do is I found I was still extremely tired and extremely irritable. And there was a lot of ups and downs. So I didn't like that feeling. And right before I found Plexus, I found myself feeling so irritable that I went from 0 to 500 in like seconds. At my kids, at my husband, at situations. I would get frustrated with people and I just did not react well. And it was getting so bad that I felt so much rage over such little things, and like my heart would heat up and my stomach would get on fire, and I did not like those feelings. And then I would react poorly to my kids and I'd get so mad over silly things, like them spilling their milk or making a mess or saying the wrong thing, and I would just flip out and scream. And then I would go to bed and I would just cry myself to sleep because I hated the way that I felt and I didn't know how to change it. And I was so at a loss. I just prayed and prayed and prayed and said, Heavenly Father, I am trying to do everything that I can to be the best mom that I can. And it's not working. Why do I feel so terrible? So after many weeks of prayers and soul searching and trying to do what I could and use the tools I could to help me, I was scrolling through Facebook and I came across a video. And the video was Brooke Hemingway's, and she talked about some of the similar feelings that I had, and she had found Plexus. So I didn't even know what the heck Plexus was, if it was a drink or whatever. I didn't know. I just wanted to try it. So I saw her and I met Emily Gibson, and man, these 2 women introduced Plexus to me and it changed my life, you guys. I was able to wean off my medication quickly. For me, that was awesome. And within just a couple weeks, I had unheard of energy, at least for me, because I hadn't felt that kind of energy in years, you guys, since well before I had kids. Oh my gosh, I wanted to get up on my feet and run. I always wanted to want to exercise, and I wanted to want to play with my kids, and I wanted to create memories. That's really important to me, but I didn't have the energy. And when I found Plexus, I have had the energy, and I have been taking advantage of that energy and making memories with my kids and playing with my kids. And I've also used that energy is because I feel compelled to share my story. I know that I felt so